Hi, it's Jennifer back from scrapandgen.ctmh.com, and I'm bringing you a 12 by 12 single page layout today. This layout is going to feature our featured paper collection for the month of February called Celebrate Today. I grabbed one of the papers from the collection that has this background already done for us. I love the watercolor swatch with the splatter effects, and I just love that they did that for us because it saves time, but also for the person who is a little intimidated to try something like this, it's already done for you, although I say you should try it. So I created this file on my Cricut in Cricut Design Space. It is a laser cut file that I have chosen to create so that I could use all of the papers from the collection, but I also incorporated the current mix-in collection. I love our mix-ins. It's just a way to extend our paper collections. They're great for current collections, but they also work well for past collections. So I always suggest to people to get the mix-in packet. So I'm using our 3D thin foam tape. I love our foam tape, but I wanted to pop this up, but not very high, so the thin was perfect for this. I want my pictures to be the main focal point of the project, but I wanted this to also have its own, just kind of showcase it a little bit. Keep it in the background, but bring it forward. Does that make sense? The longest part of this layout was adhering all of the foam and taking the backing off. Let's talk about this collection a little bit. So the Celebrate Today is geared around celebrations and birthdays and things like that. But you can use it for all kinds of things. So the collection features the colors Ballerina, Black, Bluebird, Evergreen, Lagoon, Lemonade, Mint, Nectarine, Pixie, Raspberry, and White Daisy. And this pattern paper that I used for the background features all of the colors in the collection. And just look how beautiful they are together. So it's really fun, it's really energetic, and it's just happy. And my little granddaughters that I will be putting on this are all of those things and more. So I think this paper was perfect to showcase all of their personalities. Again, this is the longest part of the video, and I do stick my head in a couple times, and I apologize. I did move my camera, and I'm going to be moving it again because I have 4 videos to film for you. So I'm going to be working on those today and hopefully get them uploaded throughout the next 2 weeks. So I go ahead and get the back peeled off, and like I said, that takes a little bit, but that's okay. This layout really did not take long at all. It took maybe 20 minutes, if that. I just, like I said, cut this out on my Cricut, adhered all my papers with liquid glue to the laser cut that I created, and it was simple and quick and fun. So if you've not subscribed to my channel, I ask you to hit the subscribe button, click the bell so that YouTube will notify you every time I upload a new video. I am new to the YouTube world, and I just thank you for being here and ask you to please be patient with me while I work everything out and figure out exactly how this medium works. So I know I want to put it in the center, and I don't want to cover my splatters, so I put it in the middle and go kind of high, and I stick my head in. I created the word "you" with Flower Market, one of the cartridges that we sell, and it's available also in Cricut Design Space Access. I'm going to use 2 3x4 photos and a 2.5 by 2.5 that I've backed on Lagoon. I used her cardstock comes double-sided. It's the true color on one side and a lighter version on the other, so I used both. I wanted to add black to my layout. I think that when you add black to certain layouts, it just really makes your layout pop. It adds elegance and class, and it's just really, really fun. I do use wet glue to adhere this title straight down to my page and overlap the L just a little bit. So I go ahead and get that adhered, get my photo mats adhered, and I bring in a few more elements, and I apologize again, there's my head. But I bring in a few more elements from Cricut to embellish my page and just add a little bit more to it. Like I said, I'll have 4 little granddaughters that'll be featured on this collection, so I've created 4 little butterflies, and you'll see those here in a second. Just going to clean some of this up and get it out of my way and continue to work. So the butterflies that I bring in, I have cut from our Complete Creativity collection. The only way to get that is through a consultant. So I'll leave the link to my Cricut affiliate link. I'll leave in the description box below. And you can purchase your own digital cartridge today. You get, I don't remember how many images. They're complete projects, but if you go in and ungroup them, you get hundreds of images. So I used the pattern paper to fill in the butterflies because, again, I wanted to really show off this paper. And there's that pop of black. Now, when I go to attach these to my page, some will be popped up, some will be laid flat. It just adds dimension to the page and makes it more interesting to look at. I'm also using everything in a triangular pattern, which brings the eye completely around the page, and it's just more pleasing to the brain. So I'm just trying to figure out where I want to put it, which I already knew, and I stick it where I originally wanted it. But, you know, it's okay to try things out. I almost cut the word beautiful out in black, and I certainly think that that could be pretty too. But I went with the white just because, again, I wanted my pictures to be the main focal point, so I didn't want to take away from that. And so that's why I went with the white. I'm just adding the pattern paper to the butterflies, and I was going to do this part off camera, but I wanted to show people who have never pieced these things together how easy and quick it really is to do. You're just adding glue, lining things up, and sticking them together, and you're done. The Cricut makes such a nice job of cutting things out. We have awesome images in our collections, and we have a lot of cartridges, so make sure you go and check that out. I'm going to add foam to the bottom of that butterfly and then glue the top to the letter U so that it'll sit even. And like I said, I pop some of them up, some of them I leave flat. I think one I leave flat, the yellow one up there in the upper left-hand corner. I'm going to bring in another element because I need to keep that triangular pattern going, and I knew I would need something else. So after I get these adhered to the page, I'll grab those and bring them in, and this is the one I glue down flat. So I created some little black flowers. I have 4 butterflies, and I brought in 3 flowers because I usually work in odd numbers, and that gives me 7. So I'm just trying to figure out where I want to put these little flowers. And because it is featuring all little girls, I thought the flowers would be perfect. I want to keep them within that pattern that I'm going for, so I'm careful to, you know, keep my eye on the page and to just make sure that I'm still forming that triangular shape. And I take the little one and I try to figure out where to put it to keep it in there, and I'm like, I don't want to, you know, distort it, so I take it and I end up putting it down by the one at the bottom. That's me going, where should I put it? And there we go. So now you see, if you look at the top left, yellow butterfly comes straight down the page. Go over to the right to the pink butterfly and back up to the yellow. That's my triangle. I decided to bring in our enamel dots to add centers to my flowers. I thought the little round white dots would be cute, and they were like childlike. So I thought those would be perfect. That one is a little bit concave and it doesn't want to really stick to the paper, so I just add some glue, and you'll see me add more glue, but the glue that I'm using is art glitter glue, and it dries clear and matte. I would use liquid glass, but I don't have our metal tip, our fine tip applicator for it, so I didn't want to take a chance of getting glue somewhere where I didn't want it and have a little glossy spot showing. And let's see, I think that's it. It is. That's the finished layout. Oh, I add a few more, that's right, a few more dots to mimic the splatters at the top of the page. And then that is it. I thank you for being here. If, like I said, if you'd like to get a copy of the cut file, just message me. Have a good day. God bless. And I will be back with more videos. So don't forget to hit that subscribe